Here's how to properly use the Folicule black pigment. Hi everyone, I'm Matt Ayulo. I'm the co-founder of Folicule, and in today's video, I'm going to discuss how to properly mix and dilute the Folicule black pigment. Before we get started, I did want to share some exciting news. Folicule has partnered with Hanafy Colored Pigments, one of the largest purveyors in permanent makeup pigments. This is really exciting news. This will allow Folicule to tap into Hanafy's international distribution so that we can now reach scalp artists all around the world. Hanafy also has an amazing research and development team. They even have their own chemist on staff, which is great for when we're improving and updating our formulations. Finally, Hanafy has always been really deliberate and conscious about the ingredients that they use or don't use in their pigments. And this is really important because we want to always ensure that Folicule has the most updated, improved, and highest quality materials being used in our formulations. We are really excited about this new partnership. We know you are as well. We cannot wait to get our updated Folicule in your hands. So let's talk about the new Folicule pigment. As you can see, it looks a little different, and that's because our bottle has been improved and updated, and it's larger. The old bottle was 15 milliliters. Our new bottle is 20 milliliters, so there is more liquid in each bottle. It also comes with a very convenient dropper, so you can transfer the liquid easy. With this new 20 milliliter bottle, you can expect to do anywhere from 20 to 25 new clients. So what went into this updated formulation? Well, to start, spent over a year of testing and sampling different formulations and specifically different black carbons. After a year of sampling all these different carbons, we ended up deciding on the carbon produced here in the USA, and it happens to be the most expensive powder, but that's okay. We want the highest quality, most expensive ingredients in this bottle. The trialing and sampling process was extensive. I worked closely with Hanafy's chemist and team to ensure the ingredients and the ratios of these ingredients were spot on for what we need to do in scalp micropigmentation. Knowing all that, you can feel confident that this pigment will feel and look the same, but is now updated and improved. After over a year of trialing these carbons, here are some of the amazing results using the carbon that we selected for our Folicule Black. All right, so now let's discuss how to properly dilute the black pigment so that you get the best results for your client. So the first step always is to evaluate your client. You're going to want to really examine their skin tone and their hair color. These are the two critical factors in deciding which pigment dilution to use. You can also use things like the Fitzpatrick scale to help. This helps identify what type of skin tone your client has. Are they cooler skin tone? Are they warmer skin tone? This will all play a factor in how much dilution you add to your black pigment. This is going to be up to you, the artist, to decide where your client falls in this spectrum. For instance, this client has a mid to lighter skin tone, but still has a medium tone of their hair. For this individual, I would probably choose around a color 18, maybe a 16 to start with. Now take a look at this client. This client has a bit of a warmer, darker skin tone, and they have really strong tone to their short shaved hair. For this individual, I would probably start with a number 12 and get darker possibly on the second session. Okay, so now for an example, let's use this client who is a number 12 Folicule dilution. How do we go about making that mixture? All right, so let's go ahead and dilute a Folicule number 12. Again, this is going to be for a client that has pretty dark hair and medium to olive skin tone. So the first step in diluting is to mix your water content. And so for a number 12, we are going to mix 12 milliliters of water. I have here a cup of distilled water, and that's what you want to use for your dilution. And I have a 10 milliliter syringe. So to mix 12, I'm going to first measure the 10. I'm going to get that into my mixture cup, and then I'll be mixing another 2 milliliters. So let's go. I stick the nozzle in, have the numbers up so that I can see them clearly, and I slowly pull the water to the liquid line matches the 10 milliliters of water. Make sure that there's no super large bubbles, and I squirt that on into my mixture cup. And remember, we're doing 12, that was 10 milliliters. I'll need another 2 milliliters of water in order to get the accurate measurement. So again, nozzle in, draw to the number 2 liquid line. And you want to ensure that you're using the liquid line. The stopper is pretty thick. You don't want to use the outer part, you want to use the interior part of that stopper where the liquid is lined up to. That goes on into our cup, and our water is set. The next step is going to be to measure out the ink. Now, the new Folicule Hanafy bottles are really convenient. Besides looking really well, they're actually very easy to work with, user friendly. So we're going to take our dropper, and by twisting the top of the bottle automatically sucks up the pigment. You can then do a quick drop in there. To get another drop, you can then reinsert the dropper, push the top button down, release. That will have sucked up additional pigment, and you can squirt that pigment back into the cup. That should be enough for us to draw the amount we need, which is going to be 1 milliliter. So I will open up my 1 milliliter syringe. And remember, you're going to measure the black pigment the full length of the syringe because we're going 1 milliliter, and this is a 1 milliliter syringe. You will delicately stick that nozzle into the pigment. I like to tilt it a bit so I get some leverage. Stick the nozzle in and slowly draw all the way to the 1 milliliter line. And remember, that's the liquid line, so the black liquid should line up with the 1 milliliter. You can then transfer that over, get that into your pigment cup. You can mix that all together, and then you're all set to go for treatment. This is a Folicule number 12. And now your Folicule pigment is ready to use for your client.